Hello, 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 my darlings. How are you? Did you have a good weekend? I did. I always have a good weekend because I do your homework. I do you. Mm-hmm. Oh, this tooth is about to come out. I have to stop this thing. Oh, no. I got these teeth issues. I'm just trying to hold it up in there until after we can do this show. I'm not sure it's going to make it. Let's see. Uh, I don't know. I had it glued up in there for Thanksgiving. Mm, 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 mm. Well, all the things I have to do to just try to make it to the next time. Listen, I hope you remember to super age over the Thanksgiving. Did you? What do we say about super aging? We think about 20 more years of life. And when you think about 20 more years of life, what do you, it's going to come out. Okay, can I talk to you without it? I just talk without it. You all know me. Listen, this is for 65 and over. I've been through a lot. Lost teeth, lost hair. The last cancer took me out. It's okay. We're going to still do this show. It's all about super aging and super aging in a very positive light. I talked to some of my classmates tonight. God Almighty. It's just, nobody tells you about getting older and what it means about getting older. That's why I talk to the 65 and older to kind of get you ready so you can know you still got 20 more years. In those 20 years, you're going to have some stuff goes on, but it's all on how you handle that stuff. How do you handle your life? Now it's the time to think about it. You don't have to go anywhere if you don't want to, but if you go somewhere, let it be because it's somewhere you want to go. I'm talking about in terms of working and employment, or you can leave and quit anytime. You got some kind of money coming in. And be careful with Social Security, how much money you can make. So stay within the guidelines, because I had to pay that money back. You don't want to do that. But you want to super age, so you want to age in a way that you still have you still have things to look forward to. When I talk about making a list, I'm not talking about that bucket list thing, because that bucket list, oh, I gotta get this done, and then I die. No, we don't bucket list like that. We get some things done, we super age, but then we don't set ourselves up to go sit by the coffin after we get everything done on the list. That's crazy. Like this Thanksgiving, I hope you did what I asked you to do, to put 21 things down, 21 gratitude, 21 reasons why you're glad to be here. How many can, when you get to a certain point, like how can you be on the show and the tooth fall out and you still keep going? You know why I can do that? Because I'm Georgian. I know who I am. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with all of it. Now, did you watch me on High on the Hog? Oh, I hope so. Go to second season, High on the Hog, Netflix. Netflix second season, High on the Hog, episode 3. And you'll hear the Atlanta story. And what we did to try to make a difference. And why I'm saying to you, 65 and older, you can still make a difference. You can volunteer. I'm hoping that you're volunteering somewhere. And that you went out this weekend and volunteered at Hosea Williams, or you volunteered with some group. I hope you volunteer with those people and help feed somebody. And maybe you could go to the church and volunteer. Or find a church to go and volunteer. People need so much now. It's a bunch of stuff at the dollar store. You can make shoe boxes of toiletries for men and toiletries for women. And make the shoe boxes. It's a woman that we all have great ideas, so she got my idea, and I'm glad. It's a cancer. She has a mobile cancer truck, and she had cancer, so it's for breast cancer. She goes out and take people to chemo. If you remember way back on one of my stories, one of these 200 videos, I talk about how I wanted this Rolls Royce so I could pick the ladies up, or the men who have breast cancer, and take them to chemo. I'm gonna tell you something. It's no way to explain chemo. It really is not. It's just I don't know how you explain chemo. And having a van to take you would just be wonderful. And just having a Rolls Royce to take you. It's a sick feeling. It's sick, 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 sickly. But you do it because you do what you got to do. Or even take them to radiation. It takes everything out of you. But I'm just saying, just doing things that will help other people. I think that adds to your life. It adds to your own strength. You're 65. You can still drive people places. You can still see at night probably. You probably got your cataracts done or you don't have them yet, but you can see and just, go and help somebody. Go feed, get a feed. They give these boxes out. They kill me with the boxes. It's great to give the box to a senior citizen, but maybe that person has some kind of impairment with their hands now. I mean, I won't give a box with the food, or you go get the box. If you give it to somebody, you find out whether or not they can really open a can anymore. Can they cut a potato anymore? Do they even have a stove? It's a lot of people living way below the poverty line with where you wouldn't live. Let's share our 65 resources. I have on my African something today. Isn't this beautiful? I got it in the West End. I'm wearing this because on High on the Hall, I have on this bracelet as I show the burn mark. So I have on this bracelet. So I just been sporting this. This is a Karen Roach. This is Karen Roach jewelry I have on. Of course, you know all about the rest of it. This is Karen. I have on all Karen Roach, I guess, today. But listen, 65 and older. What are you doing to make you 75 and older? You got 10 years right there. Let's do 10 years at a time. Do you have a 10-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? Where you going to be 10 years from now? Do you have a plan? What about, what business you can have, how much you can own, how many places you could travel in the world in 10 years? You could just, every year, that's 10 places at least. You do something once a year. If you do twice a year, that's 20 places in the next 10 years. You see? So, I don't know. You said, well, I don't feel good. I don't either. I don't feel well. I don't either. A lot of days I don't feel well. That's a lot of days, people. They're just, it's rough. But so what? What you going to do? You're gonna wallow in it, or you're going to get up, take the tooth out, put some on, and keep on moving like I do. What is your passion? We talked about your passion. What is your passion? Where are we in the book now? We on the A's. We were down to autonomy and then attachment. We're on attachment now. That's on page 171. Did y'all go and find the book? Did anybody buy the book? I told you, I don't know these people and they don't know me. I don't know them, they don't know me. Let's say they met and fell in love. They dated for about a year. It was very easy to spend a lot of time together since they both lived in the same apartment building. Finally, in June 2019, they decided to tie the knot. When they went to the courthouse for a marriage license, they found out they could get married right on the spot, and so they did. When the happy newlyweds were asked how they spent most of their time together, the groom bashfully said, well, I probably shouldn't talk about that. The groom, John Cook, was 100 years old. The bride, Phyllis, she got her a younger man, was 103. Are y'all with me? Do y'all get where I'm going with all this? Huh? I'm saying they decided to get married at 100. She got her a younger man, 103, and he was 100. And they went and got married. And so there would be some people like, why would they go do that? Why are they getting married all this time? Well, she said the woman, Phyllis, that was her name, the bride's name is Phyllis. She said it was a little far-fetched for somebody our age, but we fell in love. There's still love out there. I believe in love. Like I want to be in love. Don't you want to be in love? Or you want to be in love with somebody that's really in love with you, you're in love with them. Do you have a twin flame? I feel that I do. Do you have a soulmate? I feel that I do. But then you feel that way and the other person doesn't feel that way, then I don't know about that. But these people fell in love at 100 and 103. Now, it's a whole lot of things going on with them. at 100 and 103, but they fell in love. Is it bad for seniors to fall in love? You might want to find somebody. You're 65. The only thing about the 65, this is my thing. The 65-year-old man can still get him a 45-year-old woman every time. The 65-year-old woman, she has the challenge. If she shows up with a 45-year-old, then her whole family and everybody point a finger at her like she's done something wrong. But the man can go get him any age he wants. I cannot stand that double standard. I cannot. You ruin so many people's lives. You're talking about the wrong thing. You ruin so many people's lives. You don't know what's going on between. Now, you have to be careful of scammers. But scammers can be 65 and 75, same age as you, and take your money. You know, sometimes the older people have money, but if that's not how you started out, then that's not how it's going to be. That was the story, the first line, the first paragraph of attachment. As we talk about what happens when you have new relationships at later age in life. Maybe you don't want to get married because you got your Social Security and your pension. He got his, but I guess I didn't say you had to live together, but you can travel and go somewhere and have a companion. I think that's the word they use. That you can just go somewhere and go out to dinner and somebody to go with you. Make sure you got home. You all can make sure each other get home. It's just a lot you can do when you have somebody. He made 65, still know how to screw a light bulb in the light. And sometimes I look up at the light and I said, I don't have a light bulb. And I can't get up there anymore and do that. In my case, you don't, I don't know if you necessarily want a younger person unless how would you know the person really loves you? I don't know. I guess I'm contradicting myself. I'm just weary of anybody at this age loving me at this age, unless we have walked together, we've come together, we've been through some roads together. Then I guess that could be happening. But fresh and new, I don't know. Or even at any age for that matter. But I'm not talking about my age. I'm talking about your age, and you're 65, and you got some time. You got a lot of time. You think about when you were a kid, all those things you wanted to do when you were a kid. Do you remember? And you remember you couldn't wait to get grown? Oh my God. You couldn't wait to drive a car. You couldn't wait to do all these things. Well, now you had to go to work. You had to get retirement. You had to get some people through school. You and your significant other, if y'all still in the house together, go do something together. Go do something. I felt badly. Did you, can y'all see that ugly mouth? I don't know. Anyway, I saw something, a really not good story, but I want to tell you how you should be careful. It was a voyage for life. You were going to go to so many countries, and when you go into all these countries, these people sold their houses, packed up all their furniture, got the money to pay for this cruise that was going to take them for the next 10 or 20 years to do. I thought it was a great idea if that's what you wanted to do, but put you out on the water forever. And they took the people's money. They said they're going to give them the money back. But, that was a good plan, to just go and do an adventure. I have another person's father. I think he has a Winnebago. Do he still make those? Anyway, and he travels around the country. I think at a certain age, he should be doing that by himself. I don't like that part. But it's not a bad idea. You're 65. I think you can get a nice something that you can live in. I'm not so sure about, I don't like the woods, but you can live in it, and then if you need to go to a hotel, you can still go to a hotel. That's just me. I'm just saying, I'm looking at trying to get your mind. This is what I tell you about this right here. This right here controls what? Everybody drop your hands. All of this. This right here controls all of it. It's a nice sleeve. Okay, look too much under there. Anyway, so if I could get you to to get this going, and think about what you want done. It will come if you put it up here. If you put it here first, you'll get it. So what is it you want done? Well, Georgiana need her teeth done. I need to see what's going on with my gums. I need to tell about, my gums, the chemo and all that. They're going somewhere. So I can't get implants anymore. So what I'm going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. I go to the dentist in a couple of weeks. I don't know what we're going to do. I might just be mashing food. I'm not sure. I was trying to get my look back, some kind of way, get some part of me back. But I don't know how much I can get back. I'm doing the best I can to hold on to what I got. I was very happy that I think I looked all right on Hound the Hog. I didn't like that color hair anymore. So I didn't like that part. But I think I looked all right. But how else you going to look? You see? So I'm just saying to you, whatever that look is that's yours, make sure it's fresh every day. Put some lipstick on. You can put these on. This came with this, So you can put this on, or you can put on something else. Whatever you got to do. But we're going to super age. We're going to get old without getting older. And we're going to talk about relationships. Like you don't have to look for somebody, but they might just walk upon you. Like when I go to Publix, there's plenty of folk in Publix. I don't know what Publix you got, but the Publix on Cascade, I think the Publix on Camp Creek, they got two Publix on Camp Creek. It's a Publix and a Kroger and a store where people go that you might roll up on something. I don't know. Don't go looking, because I always think that what God has for you, He has for you. Even a person. One time I met somebody, but I wasn't looking for anybody. And he was right there. He wasn't looking for anybody. He just said, hey. I just said, hey. And hey, it just, things happen. You don't know how things are going to happen. But don't cut yourself off from it. People know the heart wants what the heart wants. That's for sure. I know that part. The heart wants, I got my arm up on this book. The heart wants what the heart wants. What do you want? What do you want to do? 65 and older. Where you want to go? Who you want to see? What you're trying to accomplish? Do you know you have 10 years? What are you going to do in those 10 years? You don't cut the grass every day? Okay. Now, what you going to do? You're going to ache and pain? Soon you start talking about aches and pains, guess what? Aches and pains going to say, oh, see this right here? Don't tell the body. She loves talking about aches and pains. Let's give her some aches and pains. And every morning you're going to get some aches and pains. Or you could say, she loves going somewhere all the time. We got to tighten up because we're going to be on the road. That girl's always going somewhere. Oh, okay, let's tighten up then. All right, let's tell cell A and cell B, hey, don't be breaking down right now. She got to go. She gave us some vitamins. I'm just saying, come on, people. What are you doing? Okay, so holidays coming up, Christmas. Did you buy yourself a Christmas gift yet? Oh, you haven't bought your gift yet? See, why are you waiting for somebody to give you something? You're not entitled. Are you entitled something? When did you get to be, when did that get to be an entitlement to get a gift? Oh, okay. That's more like it. You need to be trying to buy yourself something. Buy yourself a nice something. I don't know what the something is. I saw something I like, I'm going to buy it. And then I saw some things I like for other people. I love giving gifts. I do. I think that if you have somebody in your life, they ought to know enough about you to be able to give you something if they wanted to. And they ought to be able to give you something other than money. They ought to be studying you. A man and woman, or however the relationship is, studies the other person. They listen to them. Listen to them say, I like this. Or they look at them. Anybody that knows me was try to find Karen Roach, right? and say, let me go over there and give you some money because she'll be here in December. And I need for Georgianne to get whatever Georgianne wants. So I'm going to give you this and call me up. Let me see what she got. Now I'll give you the card over the phone. Simple. That's how you study people if you want to give them something. But then you don't have to do it because I'm going to get me some Karen Roach jewelry. She'll be here in December. I'm also going to get Alchemy jewelry. I don't know who he is. I saw him, talk to him one time. He's making some kind of ring because these are just gorgeous. Doesn't this just match all this? It does. Anyway, but he's making a ring. I saw his rings. His jewelry is fantastic. But so right now I got Karen's jewelry on. You see. So I'm just saying to you, what are you going to do for the holidays? Who are you going to go and see? I can't smile because there's nothing over here. Mm-mm. And the little piece that was up there, it's breaking off. It broke off already today. So I don't need to break off up there because it'd be painful. Whew. I'm doing the best I can. So anyway, who are you going to go see at Christmas? Who would you like to go and see? 65. Who would you like to see? I would like to go see Usher in Las Vegas. Not that I'm such an Usher fan, but the fact that he's a black man who has done well and got him a residency in Las Vegas. I mean, I would like to go. If Steve Harvey had been living, not Steve Harvey, Lord have mercy, Harvey Scales had been living, he did Disco Lady, we would have been in Las Vegas by now, trying to figure out how to just do one something. But I probably wouldn't have 9 songs up either because all my energy would have been to help my cousin. That's what I called him. Because I want him to have that one last fling. Him and Jesse James is doing all right, I think, with his last fling. You know, it's just a giving. Just come on, let's get this music out here. No, just one more time. I think I should do a song called Just One More Time. But as I talk to you, are you writing? Do you have, look what I have. Good things are coming. This is, see, I got this with you in mind. Wait. Blank pages. This is called a pen. And this is called a notebook. Dollar store. All right? Dollar store. You don't have to have one. Good things are coming. You can have whatever you want to have. You open it up and you start writing stuff. Before you know it, you have a whole book. You might get somebody to type it up and publish it. You could do it yourself for $3. 3. I think it's 3. Maybe it's gone up to 5. But I know a friend of mine does it on Amazon Books. I think you have to pay some kind of tax. So it's just between $3 and $5. And you get the book, get you a cover, put it up there, and start selling them. So that's no excuse. So if you want to write a book, let's get a book. What about High on the Hall? Do you know I was in New York Times? Do you know how hard I tried to get an essay in the New York Times? It just shows you what God would do. God is good. Look what he did for me. What would he do for you? All right? Look what he did for me. What would he do for you? I think about all this stuff I'm able to put on and get. All this is God's stuff. You say, how's the God stuff? One, when I, over the collection, I didn't know I was going to have all of it comes together. I didn't buy it all together. 2, I just saw this and I didn't know. I said, I'm going to get that. I'm just saying, listen, I need you to have a plan of action. Because look how all this come together. My thing was to share my life with you and share it in different ways. So I share it with fashion, my health issues, the 2 coming out right here up here on YouTube, you know. We're on attachment now. It's just so much that we can do and together. And one of the things I want you to do for homework, yes, it's homework time. No, I didn't get my glasses repaired. Yes, I got to hold them up to put them up. So that's the last thing I'm going to do. But your homework is if you don't have this book, because this book has in it some surveys But you can self-survey. You know, you can self-survey. Do you want to get married again? That's a good question to ask. Are you ready? My thing has always been, are you ready to be you? Like, let me tell you what I really want. My dream is my dream person, and I can look like I look around the house, and he still loves me. Now, that's a look. You know, when I take this off, and it's no hair right here, and some kind of hair back here, and the face look like this, and the tooth has come out, you know, and Sammy Cake's going on. You know, but when I look at I love Hardly Initiated. I don't know where they got that name. God. And I like Reno on YouTube, Hardly Initiated, and RC Plates. I watch them. And they talk about how men are visual. So when you know men are visual, it's kind of hard, I think, to be thinking about trying to be with somebody because men are visual. And so how you gonna have all that wrong and they say it's okay? I don't know. I never heard that part. I never heard them talk about how do you love the woman past all the visual that got you to the woman. You know, like you met me 7 years or 10 years ago. And so I had one look and then I'm down to this look. Do you retain, what do men do? Do you retain that visual of the 10 years ago, or do you take the visual you have now? I don't know. Somebody have to write in there. Are you subscribing? I don't get any notes. What's wrong with, I get maybe a note or two. Wayne will write me a note. I need some notes, some responses, some subscriptions, something, please. Thank you. You know, I kind of like this little getup I got on today. Yeah, I kind of like this. I had this on yesterday at Gaines AME Church in Phoenix City, Alabama. I did. I had this getup on. I had the new wig. Oh yeah, I had the new wig on. And then my daughter got me a beautiful, same color fur dress. You know, with all the delicious dress. I had that on underneath this with some patterned stockings. Yes, I did. Fishnet. Yes, I did. I liked the way I looked yesterday. It was me. That's what I'm saying about you, 65. Do you like the way you look? Like the way you look. Like the way you look. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. So, what A is this? On super aging. Let me see what number we on. It's 7 A's. We had attitude, awareness, activity, accomplish, and autonomy, and attachment. Are you ready to be attached? You know what I'm saying? Is it somebody that, I like this 100-year-old story. That's just love. I'm just a romantic. But you don't have to have anybody to marry, but I just think it'd be fun to go to the movies, to go riding. Do people still go riding? I don't know if they go riding. Anyway, you can go horseback riding or go swimming in the pool. Especially if you got an ailment, then both of you all can, I can't smile. You can go to the pool and walk in the pool to help your knees and your hips. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And that sauna. Oh my God, I would love a sauna. Oh my God. A sauna and a steam room. Look at all the things you can do together. I give you some good things. You can go to Gavin's. When you got that kind of money to go eat out. Gavin is high. You can go Chick-fil-A. Okay? Or you can go to Gavin's. I'm just saying there's so much you can do when you start talking about attachment. You know? And I don't know, is it an age barrier when it comes to adopting teenage kids? I saw something on TV about teenage kids need somebody your age because you know all the ropes. But yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to keep up with them. That's a thought, though. Maybe you should look into that. Adopting somebody, a teenage kid. I don't know if they how much they let you do that. Or what's if it's not adopting, what's the other thing? I can't think of the word right now, but let's just help somebody 65. It'll help you get to 75. And you before you know it, you'll be 75. 10 years of good life, good living. You look back on what all you've done. Your book may be out, your music may be out. Look at me. I have 9 songs. 9. All on Amazon dot music. Okay, we're gonna try these glasses. The tooth is falling apart, the glass is falling apart. But guess what, people? I am not gonna let any of that stop me. Because we have too much to do, too far to go. I kinda like this look though. We're gonna get these glasses. I really like that. What you think? 65, what you think? Sammy cakes. All right. I love you. I love you. Think about the attachment. Think about going out and dating. What does that look like when you're 65? We're going to talk about that this week. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.